Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have 5 different sliders that I'm gonna share with you. All right, if you're new here, hi, I'm Claire. Welcome, come on in, make yourselves comfortable. I love to cook, and sliders, you guys, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm in my slider phase of life right now. I just love a slider. First of all, in the summertime, I'm finding that I'm entertaining a lot. I've got people coming over. I'm going over to other people's houses, to barbecues, to places where I need to bring a dish to pass. And sliders are like the best way, because if you've got a whole bunch of food, you don't want like a full burger. You want a mini burger. You want a baby burger. I will say burgers are not one of the sliders I'm gonna share with you today. These are 5 different unique sliders that I think will be great for your next, like, I don't know, entertaining moment, or even just for your family, because they're all super easy. We even have a vegetarian, vegan one in there if you need to maybe cook for someone who has those dietary needs at your next function. That's in there too. So yeah, here are the sliders. I will leave all the ingredient lists down below in the description. So hope you enjoy. All right, our first sliders are these delicious roast beef sliders. I'm using Hawaiian Rolls because they are so easy to use as slider buns. I've got just packaged roast beef from the store. I've got some provolone cheese. I have some au jus, like powder mix. I also have butter and some banana peppers. Now, the reason that Hawaiian Rolls make great sliders is because you can slice them all at the same time, because they are all connected. And this, honestly, if you take nothing away from this, it's that you should be using Hawaiian Rolls for all your sliders, because it just makes life really easy. And I use lots of other things besides Hawaiian Rolls in this video, but I started there because it's the easiest. Now I'm just throwing my roast beef on here. Like, obviously, a more traditional roast beef sandwich might have some leftover roast beef from the slow cooker or something like that. And if that's the ingredients that you're working with, go for it. However, this was very convenient and very affordable, so that's why I went with lunch meat. And now I am just topping it with some provolone cheese. Of course, you could use any cheese of your choosing, but this I find is my personal favorite combination. And to that, I'm just adding my banana peppers. I was originally going to use some pepperoncinis on there, but these were on sale and they sounded really good, so I went for it. I'm also throwing just a little salt and pepper, but that's optional. And then you just put like the lid of bread on top. It is so easy. Here I've melted some butter, and I am just putting some of that au jus like mix in the butter. You guys, this was so good. It creates the most delicious outside of these rolls. And you could, again, make the au jus like from the package instructions and actually dip your sliders in it. However, that was not my vibe today. I just wanted the bun to taste like au jus, and it totally worked. I threw that in a 350-degree oven for about, I don't know, 15 minutes, just enough so that everything melts. Everything is cooked already, so it's like not a big deal, but you want everything to be warm all the way through. And guys, this was a total winner. It was so good. All right, up next, we have the easiest 3-ingredient chicken sliders. I'm using these frozen biscuits, but you could use the canned kind of biscuits, or you could make biscuits from scratch if that's your vibe. I've also got these pickle chips, and I've got some fried crispy chicken strips. These are from Aldi. All of these ingredients are so super affordable, which I extra love. Tonight I'm only making 6 sliders because we're having this for dinner as a family, but you could make as many as you wanted. And each of those chicken tenders is going to make 2 sliders, so I only needed 3 pieces of chicken. And to make it even more convenient, I followed the instructions on both the frozen biscuits and the chicken, and they cooked for the same amount of time at the same oven temperature. But whatever, you know, chicken and biscuits you're using, just follow the instructions on the bag. Use your air fryer if that's more convenient to you. And then you just assemble it. Throw your pickle on there. Throw a toothpick in there. Come on. That's a winner, you guys. Look at that. That definitely satisfies the sort of like fast food craving you get for like a Popeyes sandwich. I don't know. Does that happen to you? All right, next, on to something a little healthier. we are doing our vegan slash vegetarian slider here, and I'm using pita bread, and I've got rice, I've got lentils, I've got hummus, and I've got tzatziki, but you could use both, you could use either, whatever your vibe is. I've got fresh parsley, I've got olive oil. As far as spices, I've got ground cumin, I have some garlic powder, and I have lemon pepper. If you don't have lemon pepper in your cupboard, immediately go get some. It will change the way you cook. All right, so I'm gonna do equal parts rice and lentils. I'm doing half a cup of rice and half a cup of lentils. This will make so much, like that will expand a lot. This is a super duper cheap recipe to make. I rinsed those before I put them in there, don't worry. And the ratio for rice is 1 part water, 1 part rice. And for lentils, it's about 1 to 1.5. So I simmered it for about 25 minutes, but with the lentils, it's almost like we're making a risotto where you wanna just like stir it and check it, and as the water absorbs, you add a little bit more liquid, because we want it to be like almost like a risotto where it's like a little mushy, you know what I mean? We're gonna spread it. So now, while that's simmering, again, 25 minutes, half an hour, right around there, I'm gonna chop up my parsley. I love fresh parsley, but if you don't have it available to you, you can skip that part, or you can just use some dried parsley. Now, as far as spices going, I did not measure any of this. I measured it with my heart. Threw the cumin in, threw the garlic powder in, threw the lemon pepper in. Those three always are amazing together. I use that combination quite often. And I'm gonna throw in some of that nice fresh parsley as well. And I thought that using pitas was such a clever slider sort of idea because they are so small, 1 little serving there. And I am doing half of them with this roasted red pepper hummus and the other half with tzatziki. If you've never tried that before, definitely if you see it when you're out and about, give it a go. It is a like yogurt, cucumber, spiced, delicious sauce. My husband is obsessed with it right now. And you could definitely make these with both or one or whatever your sort of vibe is, whatever ingredients you have readily available to you. This worked out so good. I was really pleased with how this turned out. You could really make this, you know, based on your own tastes, which I love. If you had like some pickled onions, they'd be good in there. If you had some tabbouleh, that would be good. And I'm just like smushing it in there. And to make it a little more beautiful, I just drizzled a little olive oil on top, threw a little bit of that extra parsley on there. Oh my goodness. It looks so, so pretty. And my husband and I were just dying over these. We could not believe how delicious that was. Honestly, it's the lemon pepper. It's my secret ingredient. It makes everything so good. All right, this one is another 3-ingredient one for when you just do not have the time to deal with it. We've got some pre-packaged pulled pork. We have Hawaiian sweet rolls, and we have some sharp cheddar cheese. And I'm doing the same old trick. I'm slicing those Hawaiian rolls right down the middle. I think I've shared this on my channel before because this is the easiest recipe. And I got these ingredients at Aldi because they are super cheap there. But you can find pre-packaged pulled pork like this or even pulled chicken at most grocery stores. You just spread it on there and throw the cheese on, throw the lid on, the bread lid, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. You could add some maybe red onions would be good on there. You could, you know, change it up with the cheese, whatever your vibe is. But like those pre-packaged, pre-cooked meats are so good for busy nights or when maybe you're going right from, you know, work or whatever to some event you gotta bring a thing to. This is so fast to assemble. 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. It just basically heats everything through. Your cheese gets nice and melty, and that's all you have to do. And they are so good, you guys. This is a recipe I've done many, many times over the years because it's just so fast and it turns out good every time. All right, here we have some delicious pepperoni pizza sliders, and this time I'm using the Brown and Serve Classic White Rolls. You can find those at any grocery store. As far as our sauce, I'm just using plain tomato sauce because I had it on hand. I've got pepperoni, but use whatever pizza toppings you like. I got mozzarella, olive oil, and I also have Italian seasoning. Now, since these are brown and serve, I am going to brown them for just a few minutes before I assemble them, just because I do want them to be like, you know, cooked all the way through, or like crisp on the outside. You know what I mean. So now I'm just cutting them in half, putting my tops aside. And guys, this is so customizable. If you have a specific pizza sauce you like to use it. If all you have in the cupboard is ketchup, your kids won't know. It'll be fine. So I just threw my tomato sauce on there, threw a little bit of Italian seasoning on there. I'm just assembling these like little baby pizzas. And because my son Desmond requested that half of them be cheese with no pepperoni, he's in like an anti-pepperoni phase right now, I made half of them pepperoni, half of them cheese. But these would be so good with maybe like some olives or some barbecue chicken. You could make these out of your leftovers, whatever you had the night before, make it into a baby pizza slider. It would totally work. So now I'm just putting the tops of the buns back on. Super simple. And on top of that, I'm going to make a little mixture of olive oil and that Italian seasoning. By the way, that Italian seasoning came from Dollar Tree. This is also a super affordable dinner. And I'm just brushing that on top. This is going to make it, you know, look a little bit like you got it from a pizza place. You know the crust on a good takeout pizza. And I just popped that back into my 350 oven where I browned the buns originally for about 10 more minutes, and it just made everything nice and melty. And oh my gosh, these were so good. And my kids really like them. I originally tried something similar to this at one of my kids' friends' birthday parties, and it was a huge hit with all the kids at the party. And I thought, well, that's brilliant. I'm going to have to do it for my own family. All right, you guys, those were all of my sliders. I know, a quick, simple video, but these were really quick and simple sliders. I hope I gave you some inspiration to kind of play around with some more slider ideas. A lot of those items could be interchangeable with, you know, things that suit your taste. So hopefully I've given you some inspo. I would say that my favorite slider is probably the chicken and biscuit, and my husband told me his favorite was the lentil vegetarian slider, which I thought was kind of surprising. I thought he would go for the chicken one because he normally does, but he really loves tzatziki. That's like a phase he's in right now. I don't know why, but he loved that one the best. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. What's your favorite slider? Are you gonna try any of these sliders? And yeah, are you also slider obsessed? Is it just me? I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!